Yakuza 0 is a prequel to the Yakuza series, starring two protagonists and providing a bit of an origin story for both Kiryu and Majima. And as such, the story is split between these two characters. Kiryu Kazuma, young ex-Yakuza who was framed for murder in the empty lot, a super important piece of land smack dab in the middle of where a bunch of powerful forces want to develop. The other character is Goro Majima, one-eyed and also ex-Yakuza, who is working at a high-end cabaret club but wants to do something to prove his loyalty to get back into Yakuza. Both these characters interact with entirely different groups of people, but all ends up interconnecting around the empty lot and the many players that want it. Each character is confined to their own map, with Kiryu in the classic Komurocho in Tokyo and Majima in Sotenbori in Osaka. These areas are filled to the brim with stuff to do, particularly dozens of characters needing help in Yakuza side stories, as well as tons of time-wasting activities like bowling, darts, watching actual softcore videos, attempting phone dating, and more. Yakuza, for those unfamiliar, is actually structured a lot like a JRPG, in that as you wander the city, there's random battle-style encounters where you'll beat up dudes for cash. Combat is structured like a beat-em-up or brawler game, with each character having 3 fighting styles and 1 secret style that they can swap between, as well as picking stuff off the street to bash people with. Beating enemies generates heat, which lets you do even punchier moves that Yakuza is famous for, with those being hilariously violent as you do stuff like slam a bike into somebody or pour boiling water on them. The tone is delightfully campy, which stretches to the minigames and sub-stories as well, with it all being fairly over the top and entertaining. There's character progression here based entirely around earning cash, because it's Japan in the 80s and the economy is booming out of control, as well as trainers that can teach you new moves along the way. Doing almost anything also grants CP or completion points, which can be spent to unlock permanent powers at a shrine, meaning you're always working towards something new. I should mention there's 3 massive side activities you can do. Managing a cabaret club as Majima, that's basically like an RPG diner dash, but with hot ladies, pocket car racing with Kiryu, as well as real estate management with Kiryu, which reminded me a lot of buying all the houses in Fable 2. They're great ways to earn money and also spend lots of time. And there's definitely a lot more stuff in Yakuza 0, but this video would be way too long, so we're gonna cut it there by saying it's an open zone experience with a compelling story, 2 interesting characters, and an absolutely absurd amount of side stuff to do. As you know, I rate games here on a 3-point scale: must play, maybe consider, and don't bother. And Yakuza 0 is easily one of the best games in the franchise, and a fantastic way to get into this series. It's excellent story, fantastic characters, great side content, and rich world, all combined into one of the most memorable gaming experiences I've ever had. Its juxtaposition of goofiness with melodrama works, so if you're even remotely interested in this franchise, you should be giving this game a shot.